All right, how is everyone doing on this beautiful day? Although it's really hot here. So I had a request, and that is, how do we bring movement to our desk? How can we start to move our body at our desk and take a break for 10 to 15 minutes? Because as you just read, we are in such a sedentary lifestyle, especially now that we have all of this remote working. We're all at home, we're behind computers. I was in a meeting today and everyone's saying that they're behind the screen for 16 plus hours. And I get it. I have never been behind the screen as much as I have been behind the screen these days. So guess what we're going to start doing is we're going to start bringing some movement behind the desk, in the chair, or if you can get up, you can stand up and do a lot of these exercises as well. So it's really important to take time out during your day. Number one, to deep breathe. I just did a video on breath, so go back and watch that. It's in the YouTube channel. So breath, it always starts with your breath. You need to always prepare your mind and body before you do any type of movement, and that is inclusive of working on your computer. Always set your timer, pause, and take some deep breathing moments, breaks. Okay, so I have a few accessories that you probably don't have at your desk at this moment. If you do, terrific. If you don't, just imagine that you do. And then you can reach out to me if you would like to know where you can pick up some of the props that I have to help you with your workout at your desk. So everyone take a pause if you're sitting at your desk and you're watching this, or you're at your kitchen table. That's a lot of people's desk these days. And I want you to uncross your legs if you've had them crossed, because we need to find some balance and we need to stand into our feet. You can do a little side to side action and get balanced into your body, because we want to be positioned in your chair, balanced. I need to do my little swivel chair right on your sits bones. Okay, so we have those bony landmarks at the base of the pelvis. You want to be positioned equally distributed on both. So then you're going to feel your feet. If you're able to kick off your shoes at your desk, which, or hopefully you're even barefoot anyway, very good for your feet, your toes, go ahead and kick them off if you can. So I have some 2-pound weights. These are amazing weights. So I always recommend having a little stash of tools beside your desk. So that way you can just pick them up at any time and do a quick 5-minute, 10-minute little burst of some movement. And trust me, it's very energizing. So we're going to take your arms down by your sides. Make sure again that you're feeling balanced in the stand of the feet all the way up to your sits bones, your pelvis. You're going to have the arms down by your sides, and we are simply going to lift your arms up and lower it down. Now, you know I'm big on the breath. I emphasize that every video. Your inhalation is going to lift the arms. Your exhalation is going to lower the arms. So not only will this slight resistance work you're energizing your body, your breath is going to energize you probably even a little bit more. So inhale through the nose. I'm going to stop talking here for just a moment. Pause. Exhale first to bring the arms back down. Inhale deeply. Pause. Exhale, engage. Give permission to bring those arms back down. Let's do 2 more. Just a good warm up with some light resistance. Again, these are 2-pound weights and really good to have at your desk. So what I'm going to do now is take my arms up. You can go weightless. This might get a little heavy even with 2-pound weights. And continuing this warm up, I'm going to start doing circles. Now, this isn't about your arms. This is about support. This is about the integrity of the structure holding you up, because that is key to any movement. So you have to check in. It would not be benefiting you if you're like this. Not at all. say put the weights down, get those arms down, you have to be all stacked up, balanced. So you're focused from toes all the way up to the crown of the head, has to be participating in allowing the arms to create circles. So make this about your core support. Make this about the stand of the feet. Make this about the shoulder girdle stacked. Make this about keeping your neck nice and long, not just about the arms. Whew, and you'll start to feel a little bit of heat here, right? Now we're going to pause. Put the weights down if you had some, just by chance. And now we're going to do something that is a little bit invigorating. So you know we've done the hundreds in every session as a warm-up. You're going to open and close your arms. You can start slowly. And then you can start to add a little tempo. So what is tempo? Tempo is instability, right? So if you start to add a little bit more instability, tempo, you have to check into your body. You have to be more aware of what the body is doing. Otherwise, you'll start to kind of bounce and gesture all over your chair. So you want to be really controlled. And then you can start to, of course, breathe. I'm talking, so I'll count the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more breaths. Exhale. And I actually do this walking all the time. So if you're walking and you have the ability, if you're not filled with a briefcase or handbags, you can do this while you're walking. And I can tell you that is an amazing, amazing workout. It creates a lot of blood flow. So then we're going to finish it off with doing some stretches. So you probably have a little bit more surface area than my little swivel stool, but I'm going to place my hand underneath my chair. So I really am pulling up into the chair, and then I'm reaching up into the ceiling. And so you're going to side bend over by feeling the resistance, by feeling the push and the pull, help you to start to expand and open up the side. And now we're going to rotate. And as you're rotating, I am pulling. It's almost like I'm rotating a steering wheel. Or if you're in your chair that is straight, you can pull it back. So you want to pull back to open up the back of your rib cage area. It also helps to open up your waistline. It helps to stretch your hip, which is going to feed down into your IT band, which is typically quite tight, especially for those of us that are sitting in our chairs a long time. And then you're going to open back up, and now we're going to add a little bit of extension. You're going to reach the arm back behind you, looking up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to face forward, and then you're going to come back up. We'll do the other side. So ground in that opposing leg. I didn't cue that before. Pull up with the bending side. Side bend with a nice reach, and that arm is pressed up against the ear. And you may feel that opposing leg pushing into the floor to allow you to get a little bit more lateral flexion. And that lateral flexion is going to then, of course, stretch the side, the ribs, and here we are rotating. You're pressing that opposing foot. You're pulling back on the chair, underneath the chair, and then you're rotating to expand the back. And here is where I will always tell you to note the differences. Note which side is tighter. What are you feeling? Bring the awareness in. And then you're going to go into extension, where you're bringing the arm behind you, looking up towards your ceiling and breathing. And then you're going to face forward, and then you're going to come back up. I'm going to have you take your arms up to the ceiling, and then we're going to do a seated roll down. You're inhaling, you start firstly by engaging your core. You lift up like you're being pulled into the ceiling, and then you're going to start to round over, reaching towards, I'm separating my legs, you can see, reaching towards the floor. I'm taking my fingertips to the floor. That is if you're able. If you need to just take your hands to your knees, totally fine. And then you're going to push into the floor with your feet and your fingertips equally. And breathe into your back. One more breath. And then you can slowly begin to make your way up. All right, that's a quick little seated workout that you can do just to produce some energy, some mental stimulation to help you get through the rest of the day and be more productive, possibly. So a few things before we wrap up that I'm going to share. And I'm looking for my circle, my Pilates ring. Oh my goodness, where did it go? So I don't have my Pilates circle, which is a very, very useful ring that is wonderful to have with you. I'm going to grab mine here and show it to you. So I'm just going to share a few things that if you so desire, and I will drop a link that can share some of these. A circle is amazing to have. You can sit and do some inner thigh work. Weights, having just not heavy, just like 2-pound weights, 3 pounds max to have at your desk so that you can start to incorporate a little bit more weight resistance work. I have a band here, and this is my favorite band. You can do so many different things, and I'll start showing some exercises that you can do with some of these pieces now moving forward. And then I have a tennis ball that is great for helping you to work out your feet. So I'm going to leave it with just those 4 pieces that you may want to start to pick up. Maybe you have some already. And next time, bring those to your desk and have them ready so that in case I pull out an exercise that you feel will help benefit you while sitting at your desk, which is hard, then you will be all set up and ready to rock and roll. So there you go. We have seated chair work moving forward with the possibility of coming up to a stand, and looking forward to it. I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. For now, ciao.